Hi all, Skids Tweak here. I wanted to take a moment, make a video about the new TNT Primz. So what are TNT Primz? TNT Primz are this new tool I've developed. It works a lot like Skids Primz, but a lot different also. TNT Primz can help you align your prims, align your textures, align your rotations, align your sides, even drag a texture around on the face of a prim. So how are they different from Skids Primz? Well, with Skids Primz, I res up all these pins around a prim, giving you this interface to work with. But with TNT Primz, I res up one prim to use as the interface. This interface prim takes full advantage of the new touch methods that Linden Labs recently introduced. So what does that mean for you? Well, let's say you're snapping a prim. The interface will come up quick, and you just click near the corner, edge, or center that you want to align to. So let's take a look at some of the components of the new TNT Primz. So up here, top right of my screen, this is the new HUD. The new HUD was actually made by Code Warrior Congrio. She did a fantastic job. Now the HUD is a box, and on each side is something different. So let's take a look at all the different sides of it. To move between each side, it's really easy. You got this menu bar down here. You just click like the home button, the information button, the shape button, the menu button. You're there. For fun, I also made it so you could actually drag your mouse across the face and the HUD will spin just like this and move to the next side. So what are all these different sides? The home button actually displays my last Twitter message. Just a great way to stay up to date on anything new with the TNT Primz or its Skids parts. The menu side gives you quick access to all your different modes, functions, options, making your prims active or selecting a new prim to be active. Now, if any of those terms confuse you, stay tuned. We are going to explain all of it. This is the shape side. Basically, all you do is click on a shape and it'll res up. This is the information side. The information side was something fun I just made. It tells you how many prims you've resed, how long you've wore the HUD, information like that. There's also a secret counter, and there's a ranking on your knowledge of the TNT Primz. Okay, that was a good quick overview of the HUD. Let's res up some shapes, see the different modes, see it in action. So here I'm resing up a prim. You actually see that animation there in the special effects. That's what that is, special effects. It can be turned off under Options, Interface, 3, No. By default it's off, or you can turn it on. Oh, here's something I got to show you real quick. Take a look at how many scripts are in each TNT prim. Look at that. Can you count them all? It's just one. One script, one object per TNT prim. So let's take a look at the different modes real quick. First thing you ought to know is, what is a mode? A mode allows you to switch between different actions that can be taken. For example, snapping or gap. Snap allows you to align two prims together perfectly, while gap will actually fill a gap between two prims. Let's take a look at snap first. Let's go over to the HUD. I'm clicking the mode button on the menu side, and then from this menu here, I choose snap. Now I'm in snap mode. Now I have these two prims here, and I want to align one prim to the other. So the prim I want to align, I'm going to click that. There's the interface. I'm going to click the other one. There's its interface, and then I touch near two corners that I want to align. Just like that, and they're aligned. Snap mode can align prims in the center, along the side, on a corner, anywhere you want to, at any rotation. Now, a lot of people like to make the argument, I can align prims just fine without this. I got the grid. But the grid only aligns prims under certain circumstances. And because of that, you're actually restricting the way you build to fit those circumstances. But with the TNT Primz, you're free of all those restrictions. You're free to move your prim around and realign it as you wish. I'll give you a quick example of what I mean. Let's line up two prims on the grid. Now move one away and try to line it back now. Can you do it? Under certain circumstances, you're probably able to do it, but not under all. With the TNT Primz, you're free of all those restrictions. You can build the way you want to build and not the way that you have to build because you want to align stuff on the grid. Okay, that's enough about that. Let's take a look at gap mode. It's really cool. It allows you to fill gaps between two prims, and it works at any rotation. It's really cool. Here we go. Okay, so I got these two prims. I'm going to touch this first one. It becomes the active prim. It's the one that'll resize. So now I touch the other one and its interface is up, and now I just touch two corners. Look at that, gapped. Now there's actually two ways to use gap mode. You just seen the first way where I touch one spot on the active prim and one spot on a prim that's not active. But if I touch two spots on a prim that is not active, it'll actually resize the distance between the two sides I touched. So it's kind of like a way of rescaling a prim. Let me give you a quick example. I'm going to touch this corner here and this corner here. Now I get this dialog and it's asking me which direction I want to stretch the active prim. And I'm going to choose X, and looky there. They are now the exact same size. Now someone might ask, how is that useful? How could I actually take advantage of that? Well, one thing you really got to remember about the TNT Primz is they don't just support boxes, they support every shape. They support cuts, tapers, shears, and hollows. So let's say you got a box that's tapered halfway and you want a box to actually stretch that exact width. Now you could break out your calculator, do all the math. No, you don't have to. You got the TNT Primz. You make this one active, so this is the one we want to resize, and this is the one we want to resize too. It's tapered. I'm going to touch these two corners. I'm going to choose X from the menu to resize the X direction, and looky there, it's going to fit. Let's snap it up. There you go. Look at that, all snapped and aligned and pretty. Now I only got time to show you one more mode, so let's do a real good one. How about texture? This is brand new in the TNT Primz. Now when you're in texture mode, the face you click is the side that's going to come up. This is the texture interface, and basically it's just like this. You click and drag. Look at this. I am clicking and dragging the face of the prim around. How many times have you wanted a logo to be centered and you're fiddling with the numbers and you're going up? No, that's the wrong direction. Down. No, that's the wrong direction. You could save lots of time. Just click and drag that logo to the center of your prim that you wanted to be there. Now on the texture mode here, you can see that there's actually every single feature on the texture tab on this mode. So anything you could do on the texture tab, you can do here. Oh, but it gets even cooler. You can actually align textures. Any other face I touch after the texture mode has come up will align to that first one, like this. Now we've only begun to scratch the surface of what's possible with the TNT Primz. Get yourself a set, play with them, you'll find out for yourself. Well, thanks for watching the video. Again, you got any questions? My name's Skid's Tweak. Give me an IMN World, and I'll see you guys all around. Take it easy.